Hello everybody and welcome. I am going to show you what I am seeing in the stock market as of today, Monday, February the 8th. Going to show you some technical analysis, show you levels of what you need to be looking at so you can protect your finances and secure your future. Alright, I'm going to start off with a outlook view of the S&P 500 so you can see where my lines are and where we are really headed long-term wise. And to say the least, after 6 up days in a row, here we are. One was a red day, but still technically it was an up day. Still continuing our uptrend. It was a higher. It closed higher than the low. It opened higher but closed. You get what I'm saying, guys. 6 up days in a row. It looks like it's never going to come down. Alright? Well, to say the least, nothing goes up forever. But here we are, hit our major support line. Right here we stumbled at 3 times. 1, 2, and our third time was the charm. And all of this momentum is really getting us to where we are right now. We don't have negative divergence, so all of our momentum is still up to the upside. Still going to the upside. I just want to show you, here we are, kind of right in the middle. This is really the top trend line I could put out for it, going all the way back for a while, which gives us, room to look up for. And when you come down to the downside, you have this major support line at 38.60 that we had to gap over to get there, and also this trend line we've been following all the way back since March. So, not saying it's going to come back down now, but if we do, good levels to look at here would first be this gap. This is just an hourly chart. This trend line, our major support levels right here. These are all lines, everybody would look at. As in like this, these all would have been good buy opportunities if you had these lined out. Order set. Overall, we have a bullish sentiment going on in the market. In the hourly, our 50 is about to cross over our 100, which probably really has us all the way up here. But that is a bullish sentiment, not an indicator, but people take that bullishly. Here on the daily, if we zoom in real quick, both our 10 and our 20 is right here at 38.20. Our trend line is right here at the 50. Our major support is right here really at our 10, and our blue moving at our blue trend line. So watch for those if we do have a pullback. But overall, we really have a bullish trend and sentiment going. Switch to the SPY. I can really only use log scaling in the SPY. And if I look at it in the same way, here we are again. We're coming up to a little bit closer resistance, but this is the bottom trend that we've been following, and this purple line is really just another long-term trend going all the way back. We're kind of getting to a top where we just have to make our own lines and think they're going there, which is really your blow off the top that you hear about. Nobody really has a for sure top going. We just keep trying to kind of drifting higher. And switching over to the triple Qs, we look at the same thing. We are right here in between our two blue trend lines. Our white one was kind of midway. And we have just been going back and forth. Our 5, 6 green days in a row, getting close to support. Will we close? The triple Qs has a little bit of a negative divergence for being an all-time high, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we can't burn through it like we did right here in the hourly at the very last minute. Of course, right? That one green candle probably popped you up above what you needed to be, 70.62, 70.71. That one green candle made it to where you had enough to look like it might even gap up again tomorrow morning. So keep an eye out on that one. This is the IWM. Again, this is another one I have really hard time finding any kind of lines on. It's gone straight parabolic upwards. And it's just like it's never going to come down. Go to a weekly and it's almost perfect, a perfect line straight up. And this is really, ever since the beginning of Russell 2000 IWM here on TradingView, but this is it. This is the blow off the top, in my opinion, in the Russell 2000. If we get down to closer to a 1 hour, we have a line right here we could follow. We could pop it up just a little bit to make no, it's kind of right where it needed to be. Alright, now that I moved it, we're coming right here really close to a resistance line. I'll have to fix that, but you guys get, it's somewhere around there. 228 tops. 228. If we kind of gap over that tomorrow morning, that'll be our blow off the top, and then it's just sky's the limit from there. All you can do is hope and pray and see what's going on. And if we go ahead and switch over to gold, well, it says it was even, but I believe we were up 1% from the start of the day. What I see going on is if you look at this green trend line, ever since right here our highs at a little over $2,000 has just been going down. And there's really kind of been, in my opinion, two ways you can look at this downtrend. It's either a channel, which is this green line and this blue line, or a bullish wedge, which is this green line again and this red line. And for all the people, this little blip above the green line, an explanation for that would be all the people that were seeing it as a bullish wedge, you know, popped below it. That was a good buy in anyone's situation. That would have been the bottom of your channel. Could have rode it to the top of your channel, sold, and been out. But the people that were seeing the wedge wanted to pop the wedge and even continue further. But came back down, tested it, and even failed. Came really to your mid trend line, a really good halfway point I got going. And here we are. We're going to bounce in between here and here and here until the people realize that this isn't a bullish wedge. This is a channel. And we're just continuing down because the dollar, the US dollar, what gold is valued in, is heading up. Been telling you guys, watch the dollar. If the dollar goes up, gold really can't go up unless you get a really good bull rush and everybody just jumps in on it and all the volume's there, but that's not the case with the dollar going up. If we switched over to silver real quick, kind of got the same thing going on here. We're really headed down no matter how you look at it. This right here was your short squeeze. This was probably the same time as the gold. You can look at it as a wedge. But in my opinion, we could still be headed down. This would be a long-term trend. At 20 I have for silver. I would look into silver about that point. It's just a rough line. We got a couple Couple reactions off of it, but in the general direction of this way. Get what I'm saying? I'll look into silver around then, but I just see us coming down there. Yeah, we got an uptrend, but look at this uptrend. No momentum, absolutely, whatsoever. That was your short squeeze. Same thing with gold. Your bullish wedge pattern getting denied. In my opinion, we're coming down even further on silver. And Bitcoin. Alright, I know everybody is talking about Bitcoin right here. Making all-time new highs after our fearless and old faithful Elon Musk purchased $1.5 billion in Bitcoin, I believe. Yeah. Well, let's find him in the volume chart. I'm sure he's this big one right here, right? But nonetheless, this is just your, I don't want to say retail roller coaster, but Elon Musk posts he has a position in Bitcoin, and all of a sudden people want to make it this big green candle instead of another up day. Okay? I wouldn't suggest buying at these levels, but now that we are at all-time highs, there's really no resistance ahead. It could shoot to the sky. You know, it only looks like it only went up $10,000 today. Oh, close, 85. But sky's the limit after you have no resistance ahead. It's just how much are you guys willing to let it go up and then continue buying it. You know, I wouldn't have anything other to look at except possibly to retest this one. You want to get really, really, really out there, you can go all the way up to 77,000 in Bitcoin. All that's doing is retesting your trend line. Needed some cool off time after that, after 40,000 up, but why not another 30? Watch, doesn't really have any divergences. Oh. That would have been your 44 earlier today. Yeah, it has a divergence from that, but your hourly today kind of burnt through a lot that we've been looking for. 86. What did it hit today? $81. Still technically negative or a bearish divergence since this high right here. You know this high? 33,000. This is just not something I like. Too volatile in my opinion, guys. If we go ahead and switch over to the VIX is just getting smashed down today. Getting under our 22 support line and even getting closer to our 20. So with the VIX leaving the market, you can see why the bullish sentiment is continuing throughout the market. Fear is leaving, prices are going higher. Same thing with the UVXY. But one thing I cannot stress enough is to watch the dollar. Only thing the dollar is doing has been uptrending since it's found its bottom, close to its 89. I know we're going up to its 92. Since Friday, dollar has been not downtrending, but falling from its high, just to retag its former high that I told everybody to watch. When it breaks that, that's your major support. It broke it, back test, continued forward, and here we are coming back for a back test. So even if we break this a little bit, we even have a support line coming up here to catch us as safety net on the way down. I just see the dollar headed up to 92. And how long will it be until people realize that? We switch over to our TLT. I pointed out a daily divergence a couple days ago. Right here. It's slight, but it goes up right here and the price goes really down. If we switch to our hourly, finally today we caught a little bit of a bid. Not necessarily a reversal, but we caught an upside to the 20. So, we had to break the 10 first. Now we're at the 20. We'll see if we can break the 20 and go back up to the 50. Otherwise, we'll just continue this down. I really see a good buy. I think I had a line at 147. Can't remember where it went. There it is. That's no way. That line. Oh, I'm in log scaling. Still in log scaling. I forget to get out of it sometimes, guys. Yeah, see, we could even come all the way down here long term. Nonetheless, continue up, continue down. Watch your moving averages. Your 20-year bonds are inverse of your yields, which is your interest rates. Interest rates goes up, bonds go down. Interest rates are going down. They don't have a divergence. There you go. We have a daily bearish divergence, trying to bring them back down to 19 even. I think it's 1.9 on 30-year. If we go to the put the call ratio, we ended the day right here, kind of midway. Kind of midway. People don't really know. We ended yesterday right here where people were extremely bearish, putting all kinds of puts ins, and then we opened the day. I can't remember if we gapped up or not, but I know we continued up, and all of a sudden we opened the day down here. Everyone had so many calls. Sideways, sideways, sideways. We didn't get as high in the put to call ratio, considering we did the same thing 2 days in a row. So I would take a little bit of note on that one. Not as many puts as being in as calls. And we did the same thing 2 days in a row. Not only that, we've gone 6 days up. So taking all of that into consideration, I would just be careful out there. Everything's really frothy. Just keep in mind these levels. We can always go up and we can always come down. Anything is possible, but as long as you are looking at these same levels that everybody else is, you at least know how to react, where to react, so you don't lose all, or not all of your money, but a larger percentage than you would like. You know, risk management, don't take a too big of a position, especially right here in the middle. Don't go all in, hoping that we go up when we could come right back down, when we're really at a 50% up or down. You know, so that is really all I have for the majority of the stock market. I want to put out videos for individual stocks. I did not pull up my fear greed ratio today. Kind of curious to see where that one's at. But I will bring it to you guys on the next one. Have a good one and good luck.